Good morning, friends. In the previous class, we have completed till this portion, no? Various forms of the sloping roof. Okay, so there are three types of roofs. One is pitched or sloping, Second is flat. Third is curved. So we have started with the discussion on this pitched roof or sloping roof. So in each diagram, you can see there is a sloping on one side or two sides or four sides. Okay, like this, or even in single slope you have breaks like this. Okay, so next we will see the different parts of the pitched roof. Okay, different parts of the pitched roof. Now here you can see, so this highest portion, that apex line, this is generally called as ridge. It is called as ridge. Okay, so wherever some depression is there, no, when two slope and this slope is coming and meeting here, no, so that is called as valley. This portion is called as valley. Okay, now what are the different members like this they are running, no, these are called as rafters. Okay, in some cases some of the members will run like this also. I am drawing the skeleton, this skeleton of this typical pitched roof. Okay, so these are called as purlins. Sometimes it is called as purlins. So from ridge or this highest line, some members are running like this lines what I am drawing, no, like these are called as rafters. Sometimes to support this one we have some more horizontal members. These are called as purlins. Okay, so like this there are so many members. We will see one by one. Okay, now in this one, can you see this last portion? It is called as hips or hip end. It's called as hips or hip end. So here one more thing is there. Verge means edge portion of the slope. This is called as edge portion of the slope. And there is eaves means the bottommost portion where you have provision to collect the rainwater. Okay, these are called as eaves. Okay, we will see the diagram one by one. Okay, so this is a typical truss. Okay, this is a typical truss. I will make it enlarged. Okay, typical truss, sorry, what is the different parts? Okay, pitched roof. Now innermost member, let us concentrate. Innermost member. Okay, so this is called as principal rafter. This from here to here it is going, no, so that is why it is called as rafter. And it is also main one, so that is why this line, this and this. Okay, I hope it is clear now. That is principal rafter. It's called as principal rafter. And one more thing, what is this? The angle made by this rafter or slope is called by pitch with respect to horizontal angle. Whatever the angle is there, no, if it is there, so that angle is called as pitch. It is the inclination. Okay, so we will discuss one by one. Okay, what is this struts? These are the compression members of the truss. These are the compression members of the truss. Okay, so this inside portion we call it as the skeleton or truss portion. Okay, truss portion. Okay, what we have completed is principal rafter, struts, pitch. Now what is this span? Span is the clear distance between the two ends of this slope, two ends of this slopes. Okay, this is called as truss. This one member, second member, or you can say the distance between the wall supports. Okay, now so we have drawn the, what is that, purlins, no? So how they were in this diagram? In this diagram, general purlins will be like this, correct? Purlins like this. In the same thing, and these are rafters. Okay, these are rafters. So to fix these two, we have some members are there. What are those members? Cleat angles. These are called as small elements are there, cleat angles. Okay, so like this we have small joining members. We will see it in the cross section. I hope you are understanding now. Okay, now where are the purlins? In the cross section, purlins will be this one, this member. This is the purlins. Okay, these are the purlins which run throughout the roof like this. Okay, throughout the roof. So in the cross section those things will appear only as a square or whatever the shape. Okay, now these are the purlins in the cross section. Now similarly where I have shown the cleats, these are the cleats, these are the cleats. To support the purlins we have cleats, to support the purlins in its position we have cleats, in its position we have cleats. Okay, I hope it is clear now. Cleats, purlins. Again, the member which is running from top to the slope, that is also called by the name common rafter. Means it is common. This one is principal, means it carries more. Okay, its importance is more. But in common rafter, it just supports the sheets which are coming. Supports the sheets which are coming. Okay, so this is common rafter which is running from top like this to the bottom. On the common rafter you have one more element. What is that? One more element is there. It is fixed above the common rafter. What are these? Battens. These are called as battens. Okay, these are called as battens. So the same things are shown here. So battens where they are fixed on the common rafter, remember these things, huh? Battens are fixed on the common rafter. Common rafter which is there in red line, it is fixed on the top of, it is fixed on the top of what? Purlins. Okay, so purlin is got support from the cleats, and all this assembly is rested upon principal rafter. It is rested upon principal rafter. Now one by one can we go? Okay, now one first thing, innermost principal rafter which supports purlins, and purlin is also supported by cleat members. Now above the purlins common rafters will run from the topmost position which we call it as ridge, from ridge to eaves. What we have seen, eaves means what? Bottommost portion of the slope, no? In the just 5 minutes ago we have seen, from ridge to eaves you have common rafter or rafter. Above the common rafter you have battens, and for this batten we fix GI sheets, or tiles, whatever may be the case. Like this the GI sheets will come. I hope the typical elements of the pitched roof is clear. Yes. Okay, now we will see some of the thing. What do you mean by span? First is span. Span is the clear distance between the supports. Okay, rise. What do you mean by this rise? Here it is not shown, but just I will mark here. Yes, remember the point. It is the vertical distance between top of the ridge and wall plate. Means what? Some wall plate will come here. Wall plate will hold the members. So this vertical distance is called as a rise. Okay, rise. Pitch is what we have shown, no? This inclination. Pitch is nothing but this inclination, we call it as a pitch. Okay, it is also denoted by ratio of rise to span. It is also how we can write it, is we can also write it by ratio of rise to span, means R by S. So this will be R, this will be S. So R by S will obviously will give this angle, no, theta. Tan theta equal to opposite divided by adjacent, like this. So this theta will give the pitch, and that is also the ratio of R by S. Ridge. So in this cross section ridge will appear like this, but in this one the ridge line will be like this. Okay, ridge, it is like this. I hope it is clear now. It is the apex point. Ridge is nothing but apex point. Okay, so how that ridge is formed? It is the angle formed by the termination of inclined surface. So termination of inclined surface means what? This is one inclined surface, that side also one inclined surface. So wherever those two meets, no, so that is called as a termination. So in the termination you get ridge. So this is one slope, another slope. So wherever they terminate, wherever they end, they will form what? Ridge. Will form the ridge. Eaves means what we have seen, the lowest portion. Okay, lowest portion. Hip is what? It is the intersection of two sloping surface. Hip means it is the intersection of two sloping surface, okay, at the sides. Valley means reverse of the hip. Valley means a depression type is formed here. This is called as valley, okay. Hipped end means this last end. It is called as hipped end, okay. One second. And what do you mean by this verge? Verge is the edge of gable. In the previous videos we have seen gable is nothing but this triangle portion, no? Yes, we remember this one. So verge is nothing but edge of this gable, edge of the gable. So there is a gable here. So this edge we call it as verge. We call it as verge. Ridge piece means what? Whatever the element you are forming, no, like this, some member you are going to put like this, which is called as ridge piece or ridge beam, okay, or ridge board, which is holding these rafters, the topmost you have ridge. From there common rafters will run. So common rafters are also called as spars. It is also called by the name spars, okay. Common rafters is also called by spars. So common rafters, these are what? Wooden members. These are wooden members, okay. So they will be from ridge piece to eaves board. Common rafters, okay. Purlins. So how they will run? These are the horizontal members. Which will run, okay, which will run or which will support the above members, okay. Hip rafters means if rafters are like this, if rafters are at the hip end, if their rafters are at the hip end, those are called as hip rafters. Valley rafters means wherever the valley portion is there, if the things are there, if the rafters are present at the valley, then they are called as valley rafters. If they are present at the hip side, they are called as hip rafters, okay. Eaves board means sometimes you provide the boards here like this, a little bit deeper boards like this, okay, deeper boards. So these are called as eaves and eaves board, okay. So we will show detail in the next diagram. We can see in them detail, but in the only one diagram I am trying to explain you, okay. Wall plates will be shown here. Wall plates will be appearing here. Wall plates will come here, okay. Wall plates which will hold the truss here, wall plates, okay. Battens. So battens are what? These are the smallest member which will be there on the common rafter. So what purpose they are going to see? So above this a hook type of will come, and there you provide GI sheets. Hook will come like this, and they will provide what? GI sheets on the top. GI sheets will come, or else some tiles will come, Mangalore tiles like that. So all those things can come here. So battens will provide a holding for GI sheets, okay, holding for GI sheets. So one more thing will come, template. So what do you mean by this template? Template is another member, just to wall plate it will come, okay. So what are these template and wall plates? These are nothing but the supporting member which help to transfer the load of truss to wall. So everything is later it is fixed on the wall itself, no? Wall will be there, above that truss is going to come. So can you see here? This one? So above that one only this truss has fixed, okay. So wall plate will come exactly here, wall plate or template, okay. So all those things will come here. Cleats. What do you mean by cleats? We have seen, no? Cleats are the members which will hold the purlins their location. Cleats are the small members or the short sections which will hold the purlins in their position. They will not allow to fall. They will not allow to fall. So cleat are those members. And truss, what do you mean by this truss? General word. Truss is the skeletal support. Truss which is there inside. Truss which is there inside, we call it as skeletal support. Okay. See here. Now the next classification is depending upon three things. First, what we have seen, what are the major elements? Common rafter. Okay. Common rafter. And what is this next? Purlin, very important. And truss. And truss. There will be classification. If the if the total roof has only common rafters, that is one classification. If the roof has common rafter and purlin, then one type of classification. If that roof has common rafter plus purlin plus truss, all the things are there, then that is also one type of classification. In this diagram, all the elements have been shown, but in actual site, truss may not be necessary sometimes. Directly this ridge piece, common rafters may be fixed and GI sheets may be put there. That is also one case. Otherwise, you may have purlins and common rafters. Above that, you may have roofing material. In some cases, you have all the three things: truss, purlin, common rafter. So the classification may be three cases. If only common rafter is present, second type is common rafter plus purlin. Common rafter plus purlin. Third case will be common rafter plus purlin plus truss. So if all the three members are there, then we have another type of classification. I hope it is now clear. Okay. We will see some of the diagrams. Okay, here. This will give a better idea. So that was a hand drawn drawing. Okay, I have drawn this one diagram by seeing this one only. Okay, so now here you can see. So now you can understand difference between hips and valley. So valley is intersection where depression is there. Hip is the raised portion of this slope. Okay, so verges are what? Edges of what? Edges of the gable ends, correct na? If gable is the triangle portion, verge will be its edge. Okay, eaves board means they will appear like here. They will be here. So another name is also given. Don't worry. Eaves are nothing but the bottommost portion. So ridge is topmost portion. Okay, like that. Okay, can you see this valley? Can you see this valley? How it is appearing? One slope is there, second slope is there. So the both are meeting, a depression is formed. No? Depression is formed. So try to imagine, this is actual side photo. This is a valley. This is a valley. Okay. So like this it is, two slopes are merging and forming one depression. It is called as valley. Okay. So how the eaves board will appear? Eaves board which are there at the bottommost portion. So this is from this photo is taken exactly below the roof. So highest portion of the roof is sloping like this, and this is also sloping. So you have eaves board. Purpose of eaves board is what? To collect the rainwater. Okay, these are called as eaves board. We have seen all these things. Okay. This is also completed now. Can you see here this one? A typical truss or skeletal. Okay. So for the same building, we have drawn what? Truss. Okay. So here only you can see where I will mark this one, ridge. This is ridge. Where is that ridge? So this line is the ridge. It is going like this, it is also going like this. Okay, this is the ridge. Okay, where is the common rafter? So that is why they have marked a ridge. Where is that rafters? All these are rafters. I have shown, no, this is inside.